to my art channel. Without further ado, let's get drawing.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to my next Procreate tutorial. So today we're going to be continuing on our Christmas theme. So far we've done candy canes, Christmas baubles, mince pies and some really cute dot snowflakes. So for today I wanted to do a Christmas wreath. Now the wreath designs are really cool to use in any project. You can print them on greeting cards, wrapping paper, you can make stickers and labels from them, you can use them on t-shirt designs. So they're really fun, really easy to do, and you can use them for fall, for spring, for summer, for winter, for all types of styles and seasons. So I'm going to open up a 12 by 12 canvas. Now again, for today we're going to be using the symmetrical feature. So turn on your drawing guide, edit your drawing guide, and depending on whether you are going to be doing a open wreath or a closed wreath, you can choose whichever symmetry option you want. You have the choices of 4. I'm going to be starting off with a vertical symmetry tool. Now I'm going to be starting with a brown, dark brown colour, which I'm going to be using for my branches for the wreath. Now I'm going to use my inking pen, my studio pen for this, and I'm just going to make it probably around 20%. Now I'm going to draw a curve, which doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to edit the arc. Like so. I'm just going to move that down. Okay, so I'm now going to do some branches. So I'm just going to turn the brush size down a little bit more, and in the same color I'm just going to be drawing some winter bare branches, like so. Now in the middle of these wreaths that you create, you can do lettering, you can add fonts. We might add a font at the end of this video just so that I can show you. So just do some squiggly lines coming out from the baseline that you've just drawn. Now in a lighter brown, I'm going to add some more branches, but I'm going to do these on a new layer because if I don't like them or if I want to add some texture, I can do. So I'm going to add a new layer and turn drawing assist on. And I'm just going to draw some spiky style branches. Not too many. Like so. Now in a black, I'm going to turn my brush size down again. I'm going to add a new layer and turn drawing assist on. Just going to add some squiggly lines with dots at the end. can do as many of these as you want. We're going to be doing some red ones in a little bit too. So as you can see, as you're layering and adding new layers, the wreath will suddenly come together. So we're going to add a new layer and turn drawing assist on again. Now obviously Christmas themes is greens and reds, so I'm going to go ahead and do a Christmas green, a darker green, and I'm just going to create some spiky green leaves. And these consist of just one straight line and then diagonal lines going the other way. Really simple. Kind of like Christmas tree branches. And then I'm just going to duplicate this layer and I'm going to turn it upside down. I'm going to turn alpha lock on, and in a darker green I'm going to fill the layer with a darker green that's more black. I'm just going to do another green, click on my layer, fill layer, there we go. Okay, we're going to add a new layer, and then this time in a lighter green we're going to do some holly leaves. So holly leaves, if you haven't done them before, we're just going to go ahead and do some spiky leaves. This, we're not going to turn drawing assist on, we're going to duplicate these. I'm just going to add some red berries. I'm going to turn alpha lock on. And on the industrial brush, you have a concrete block. I'm going to choose a lighter green, and on just the one side, I'm just going to add a little bit of texture, black on the bottom. And I'm going to go back to my inking pen, and in a darker green, just draw some detail. Like so. You can spend more time playing about with these leaves. So I'm just going to rotate this probably to about there, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to duplicate these holly leaves. And we're just going to rotate them so they're not in the same place each and every time. That's why we're not using the symmetrical feature. And then just move them about so that you can, you know, really figure out the placement until they look good, until you're happy with them. You can fill up the whole wreath with these leaves. You can also make some in a darker colour. Okay, and there you have a very basic looking wreath. We're going to add a new layer, and we are going to, in a Christmas green again, probably a different green than the other green so that it stands out. We are just going to create a line with some leaf shapes on the side. I'm going to do this on the white part so that you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and do something like this. You can colour them in, or you can leave them as outlines. And then we're just going to add these, a couple of them, not too many. We're going to duplicate again. I'm going to flip this one and I'm just going to rotate it slightly. I'm just going to fill up some of the space that I haven't drawn anything in. You can go ahead and add some extra textures and details to these as well. And then now I want some more red berries because we've got a lot of green but not a lot of red. So I'm going to add a new layer. I'm going to choose a Christmas red, and I'm just going to draw some red dots. Okay, so continuing with our red dots, which we're just going to draw on our branches. You can do some darker ones, some lighter ones. You can add some little black dots inside of the red ones. Okay, so now you have a very basic, fun Christmas wreath, which you can then build up on. So I'm just going to combine all of these leaf layers that I've done, because I'm going to keep them as they are. Okay, now I'm going to add a new layer and bring it down underneath the other layers. And I'm just going to pick out this brown colour that I've used for the branch. And then in a sketching pen, I'm going to use the Procreate pencil for this. I'm just going to go ahead and sketch underneath just some lines and curves. Now, this will create the extra depth and effect of some extra branches underneath and just that little bit of texture that's missing. You don't have to go too crazy. You can even do this in a black colour to get like a wire kind of effect. Okay, now as you can see, it's really come together. I'm going to turn off my drawing guide, and we're going to add today some font, some text into the middle. And we might also draw just like a red Christmas flower down here in the middle. So let's do that first. Let's add a new layer. Let's go back to our, we could use the sketch pencil for this actually. So I'm going to go ahead and do a red colour. Again, it's Christmas. And I'm just going to draw some leaf shapes, and I'm just going to really roughly sketch them in. And then I'm going to do a darker red and just do this, and then I'm going to do a pinky colour and add some lines in black. And then I'm just going to add another layer underneath this and then a different red, which is going to continue to add some leaves. And then some green. And then we're just going to rotate. Let's merge the layers together, and then we're going to rotate it and make sure it's in the middle. And there you have a cute flower in the middle. So now we're going to add some text. So I'm just going to choose again my Christmas red, and I'm going to go add text. Now I am going to click on my keyboard, and I'm just going to type Merry Christmas. You can also write this if you use the scribble. And we are going to go to this here and choose our font. Sometimes this bugs, so just go ahead and place it. And then click on your layer and click Edit Text. Go back here, and there now you can see you have your fonts. So I'm going to go back to my keyboard, and I'm just going to make this in the middle. Okay, I'm just going to zoom in. Now I'm going to click on this layer and click rasterize. Now this makes it now more of an image and not an editable text. I'm going to turn alpha lock on, and with my soft airbrush, my soft blend airbrush, I'm just going to do some darker at the bottom here. And then we're going to go to our organic brush, our cotton brush, go to white, and then we're just going to add some snow-like effect here on the top. Now you can go over it a couple of times just to make it whiter. And as you can see, the cotton has a kind of snow effect. I'm then going to duplicate this layer, and on the bottom layer, I'm going to fill it in with black. So choose your black color and then fill the layer. You're then going to turn alpha lock off, go to your magic wand, click on Gaussian blur layer, and then just blur it to about 10, and then bring it down here as a drop shadow. And then you can also turn the opacity down and up depending on where you want it. Now you can also add some highlights to these letters. So go back to your lettering, choose the inking, choose a white brush, bring it down, and then you can turn the opacity down a little bit, and then you can just create some lines inside of the letters on one side of the letter. Okay, and there you have a very cute wreath with some Christmas lettering inside, and then you can go ahead and create background or just choose a different background colour, something that's Christmassy, and that will make your design really pop. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. If you've got any questions, please drop them below in the comment section. Go ahead and find me on my Facebook group, share your artwork with me, and please go ahead and request some videos, because I'm sure there's some stuff that you'd all love a tutorial on. So if you just want to request that in the comments, then I will do those for you as well.
Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because it really helps me in creating more free videos for all of you out there. So if you want to come and join my Procreate group, the links are in the description. I'd love for you to be a member of my group. We can share awesome ideas, tips, and artwork. Also, please don't forget to tag me on Instagram so that I can see what work you've created from this awesome tutorial. So love to you all, and I'll see you in the next video.